contest here in Indianapolis. And the Houston starting five. They've got Yao. Lowry out there with Brooks. Then it's Shane Battier and Martin. And for Indiana, Danny Granger and Tyler Hansbrough make up the forwards. Then it's Roy Hibbert, and there's Collison and George. Right now, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Rick Adelman. Doris?
When I asked him what they're looking to do on the offensive end, he said, well, I'll tell you what we can afford to do. We can't let their shot blockers dictate the outcome because they're always a danger with these guys. Ball movement, he said, is going to be a huge key for them as the game progresses, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Kept alive. The second effort misses the layup.
There wasn't enough defensive pressure to affect him that close to the rim. I think he just flat out missed it.
Battier can't get it to fall from downtown. The Rockets are an organization with great management, great leadership, but they've been hampered by their superstars' inability, Clark, to stay healthy.
That's been a significant problem for him, and it's been unfortunate. It's not something that you can really control. From when T-Mac was there to Yao's problems this last season, they've just had terrible luck with the injuries.
Martin from outside. That's good. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game. George, he's guarded by Battier. George. Indiana again missing. Seems like they've always consistently overachieved with their role players, but I wonder if they can break through to become one of the powerhouse teams in the Western Conference.
That will only happen, Kevin, if Yao can stay healthy. Any contending team in the NBA has its star playing at a high level and playing most of the team's games, and we'll see if that can happen for Houston with Yao.
Here's Martin. Granger covering. The three. And it's Martin again missing. Indiana off to a slow start. Still without a basket in the game. The shot is off.
This quarter's been a disaster for him, Kevin. He just can't buy a bucket.
Baseline jumper. That's good. Martin's got 5 points so far.
Boy, I love to see that. A good result from a well-executed offensive set.
Brooks hits the reach-in call. That's his first foul. Here is Collison. Granger outside. Hansbrough sets a pick. Here's George. Buries the short-range shot.
It took a long while to get a bucket. If they continue to score at this pace, they'll be in for a long game. Looks like they switched to man-to-man, D, here.
Here's Martin. Hibbert snatches it inside.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Battier against Granger. Picked him clean. Rockets leading by 6. Lowry passes to Battier. Back to Lowry. Let's go with the three. No good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. The baseline J. It falls short.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
On offense, here are the Pacers. 6-point game. George. Brooks covering. The shot, no good.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
The wiener. Martin kicks to Lowry. Uncovered. It bounces out of bounds after the shot. We get a look at the Pacers here. What does this team need to do to get on top?
I think they need another star next to Danny Granger, and they need the continued development of young players. Brandon Rush, Roy Hibbert, and certainly a good play at the point guard position would help also.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Indiana. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke.
Kevin, Patrick Patterson, the junior out of Kentucky, a versatile four-man who can score inside and out. He had to learn to work more on the perimeter last season with the arrival of big man DeMarcus Cousins and the penetrating point guard John Wall. Patterson said, "I can adapt to anything. I'm used to change." A valuable trait to possess in the NBA, guys.
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris. Clark, you think about this Rockets team. They worked to play a more up-tempo style without Yao last year, and with their smaller front court, they really emphasized running out for layups and corner threes.
And without the big guy in the lineup, that team had to make adjustments, and to their credit, they did, and did so effectively.
Here's Lowry, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Pass to Martin. Rockets with the turnover.
The line's there for a reason, young fella. Stay in the game.
The Pacers making a switch here. George is checked in. Here's Collison. 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
In an effort to solidify the middle, they've changed to a 2-3 zone.
Powers through the contact to slam it home, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That's on Yao Ming. Rockets leading by 3. Brooks, left side. It's taken away by Collison. And it's Martin picking him up. Collison dishes to Granger. Hansbrough with the screen. The steal.
Boy, the turnovers are piling up pretty quickly here. We've seen them doing quite a bit of sloppy ball handling.
That's their third turnover in this quarter. Here's Granger. That's good on the jump. Granger's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, I'm a little surprised to see that one fall, and I think he might be too.
From deep, Brooks, and that's off as he tries to beat the buzzer. Some great action here as the first quarter concludes. And the second quarter getting underway. It's been a close one so far. Here's Brooks, looking for his first bucket of the game. Paul George and Danny Granger on the perimeter. Roy Hibbert is out there with Tyler Hansbrough and Collison. That's the Pacers' 5. So it's Indiana now. They trail by 1. It's dumped off. Great anticipation. It's vertical. Knocked loose. It's taken away by Collison. Picked away. Outside, Martin. From deep. Kept alive. Takes a 3. Budinger, good.
For a player of his skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
So it's Indiana now. 4-point game. Yao has had to deal with injuries in the past, but missing last year must have really been hard for him, Clark.
Hey, nobody likes to miss an entire year, Kevin, especially if they are the face of the franchise and really the face of the nation in the NBA. And he's a terrific low-post player, is Yao Ming.
He's a very proud person,
He
too.
sure is. That's a great point.
The Pacers finished last season with a 9-21 record against the tough Western Conference.
Well, we call it the Wild, Wild West, Kevin, and for good reason. You don't win games out there if you're not playing at a high level. The West has had an edge over the Pacers for a long time now.
And you look at the Pacers, their interconference record was tied with the Kings, who were second to last overall in the West.
It just goes to show you the disparity, Kevin. I mean, it probably has more to do with the conferences than with the Indiana Pacers specifically.
Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Well, Kevin, as you know, the Rockets were without their two best players last season in Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady and still managed to collect a winning record. How did they overcome so much adversity? Role players stepped up to the challenge. Said Shane Battier, we've had a lot of success because we play hard every night, and in this league, sometimes that's half the battle. Guys, the Rockets, always a scrappy team. Their effort has never been questioned.
All right, thank you, Doris.
You know, I love the way the Rockets play basketball and really hope they can get through just one season injury-free. That would be fun to see.
Pacers trail by 6. Here's George, and he jams it in beautifully.
One hand, two hands. This guy's so good, he might be able to dunk it with no hands.
I knew you were going there. Hey, from that position, he's always going to find a way to throw that thing down. Here's Indiana now, trailing by 4. Covered by Martin. Outside Collison. Here's George. That ball's great assist by Darren Collison. He's got 9. Here is Brooks. No points for him. He's covered by Collison. Brooks dishes to Budinger. Over Granger. The Rockets again can't hit. And here's Hansbrough. Trailing by 2. Granger against Budinger. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And he gives them the lead. We're talking about the Rockets. They're at the forefront using quantitative analysis and advanced formulas to try to enhance their decision-making.
They were leading the way when it came to looking at percentages of where guys shoot from best and what opponents don't like to do with the ball, so they're on top of that area.
Here's Martin. He has 5.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And here's Houston. I mean, teams were scouting teams on those items we brought up before. But Clark, the Rockets really made it a quantitative process.
Yeah, they did. And that removed a lot of biases that you might run into from old videotape sessions and really rely on numbers now. I mean, it's interesting stuff they're doing, Kevin.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. Houston in the lead. And here is Brooks. Not on the scoreboard yet. No good from Lee. 1:25 left in the second. And here's Hibbert. Battier is tagged with the reach. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Hibbert. Here's George. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Beyond the arc. The Rockets with another miss. And here's Indiana. They trail by 1. Stolen. Now Budinger from downtown. That's good. He's got 6.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
And the Pacers call time here.
Go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your Pacers fans. All right, fans. That was your Pacers fans. Give it up and make some noise.
Here is Collison. 47 seconds left in the half.
They've changed up the D now. It's a 3-2 zone.
The Rockets turn it over. They can make this a 2-for-1 opportunity.
All by yourself.
Here's Battier. He's got 5. Brooks right side. Pass to Yao. Battier outside. 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. 11 points in the game.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Brooks, the pass to Battier. Here's George. Rips it down. He's got 13. 8 in this quarter alone.
He's getting the highlight reel player of the day for that one. Now, that was a dunk.
He certainly put a little something extra into that slam.
Little added pizzazz.
Damon Bruce here, and it's time. And now we'll...
And as the quarter begins, both teams have been trading blows like prize fighters. A close ball game. And for the Pacers, a 32-50 record overall last season, number 10 in the Eastern Conference.
Not what they expected, Kevin, but at home, the Pacers did end up 23-18.
Checking out the group for Rick Edelman to start this second half. Budinger is out there with Yao. Then it's Shane Battier. Then it's Lee and Brooks.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Turnover by Houston. And Clark, home court advantage really can be a huge boost to a team, can it?
And you find it being the case more with younger teams, Kevin, because it really does give a team like that a burst of energy. But for any team, it helps.
Tipped away.
He got too casual with the ball there, and it led to a steal.
Battier outside. The dump off.
You know, he's gotten a little bit too casual here for my liking with the ball in this half after committing no turnovers in the first half.
Now Budinger. And Granger picks him up defensively. From deep three-point range. Another miss by Houston. Indiana trailing here. Here's George. Kept alive. Granger up top. Covered by Lee. Hansbrough with the ball. Five on the clock. Here's George. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
Picked up by Collison. And Yao slams it in.
That's right, fella. Don't be afraid to power it down.
Yeah, Clark, a good capper at the end of that play. Seeing Yao out there reminds me of this Shaquille O'Neal quote on the big fella. He said, "I like Yao because he plays like a man." What do you make of that, Clark?
Well, I think part of it is that Shaq appreciates that Yao rarely flops. Shaq has a problem with big guys that flop. So do I. And he's skilled and uses his size and weight effectively.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Jeff Foster. Brooks outside. Leads him with the pass. Oh! And the one-handed jam to finish. For Clark with Yao, he has to be careful about carrying too much muscle on that frame because his feet do take a pounding.
Well, that's the case with any of the 7-footers. They just have to be careful with the lower extremities. He needed major surgery to correct his high arches, missed a season as a result. I hope those foot problems are behind him. Your team doesn't need that mistake. You got to be efficient.
Dives for it. And Houston comes up with it. Budinger picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. So it's Indiana now. It's a 5-point game. Hibbert kicks to Granger. Scooped up. Taken away.
Well, they put themselves in that position by losing control of the ball. Those turnovers can come back to haunt you.
Baseline jumper. Again, the Rockets score.
Their team defense is subpar right now. They're not doing a good job of rotating and helping each other out in this half. They were much better, I thought, earlier in the game when the rotations were sharper and crisper and everybody was on the same page.
Here is Collison. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Goes up. A strong finish to throw it down, and he'll go to the line for one more. That's on Yao Ming.
Now that is strength. Simply willed that one in after contact.
Rockets last season, Clark, had a winning record overall, but not against the Eastern Conference.
No, they were just 14-16 against the Eastern Conference. They fared better against their own conference despite... When he goes up, sometimes you think he might never come down.
Well, it won't be the last time we see one of those slams from him. Battier right side. In low to Yao. 3 on the clock. Battier cannot hit.
It's not been a day to remember, but if they get the win, I'm sure being the team player that he is, he'll be fine. They haven't adjusted to the defensive intensity they're facing, and it's resulted in far too many turnovers here. I mean, just in this quarter alone, they've been throwing it all over the gym.
And Clark, you're right. It does seem like the defensive intensity has ratcheted up.
It sure has, Kevin, and when that's the case, you've got to be even more strong and more focused with the ball. They've got to try and keep up the pace, but they've got to do it under control.
And they get it. Battier missing again.
I think he's really starting to lose confidence in his shot. Those misses are getting to him.
Wasn't careful with his position. He gets nailed with the backcourt violation. Timeout call the Pacers. For the Rockets, Martin comes in for Chase Budinger. And it's Lowry in for Courtney Lee. Here is Lowry. No points for him. He's covered by Collison. From deep, Lowry is whistled for the loose ball foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Indiana has possession. Here's Hibbert. Tipped. Granger against Battier. Here's George. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Here's Battier. Battier missing again.
He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
And the final period of play just about to start. Come on, man. So it's Indiana now. The lead is 2. Danny Granger and...
Oh my goodness, nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy for him.
Here's Lowry. He's covered by Collison. Deep 2 from Brooks. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Brooks has got his first 2 points. Indiana leading. Short backs in. Granger kept alive. Short. He's guarded by Battier. Blocked. And here are the Rockets now. And Granger picks him up defensively. Throws it up. It's blocked. It stays here. Here is Lowry. Pass to Yao. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Tremendous output from Yao. He has 8 points, and check out his steals. Very active hand.
Deflects the pass. Here's Battier. Tries to keep it alive. And Houston comes up with it. Brooks kicks to Battier. Back to Brooks. Leads him in. Battier. And he lays that one up and in. He's shooting 14% from downtown.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here. He got that stop almost single-handedly, Kev. Defended the shot and cleaned the glass. That's a great play.
Battier missing again.
Well, he missed that one, and it's no surprise. That was one tough shot.
Collison against Brooks. Collison, the pass to Hibbert. Hansbrough with the ball. Inside to Hibbert. Gets a good look. Jump shot is good that time.
Oh, what a great look to get it inside. That's the way to find him when he's ready to score.
Collison against Lowry. Picked up by Collison. Lowry kicks to Yao. Back to Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Granger.
Well, it's obvious they've definitely come out ahead when it comes to rebounding in this particular contest. Boxing out, good positioning, and then pursuing the pump.
Here is Lowry. 2:15 after the fourth. Takes it up, and Yao gets it to go on the assist by Lowry.
Well, he's been doing his part, Kevin. He definitely is focused and came to play. And I think the story here is that they've stopped giving the ball away so often. Cut those turnovers down.
And here's Brooks from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Here is Collison. Granger up top. And it's Martin picking him up. Hansbrough. And dunked in. Great play on the feed.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Battier. They rule this one goaltender. Count the shot.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kev, Jim O'Brien was just going over the game plan with his team. He told his squad to continue taking it inside, saying, fellas, they've left the front door wide open. Let's go in there and take it for everything we can. A sound strategy. We'll see if they can keep it up, Kevin.
Brooks, the pass to Battier. Back to Brooks. And Granger picks him up defensively. Pass to Battier. Yao in the high post. 5 on the clock. Covered by Hibbert. Kept alive. And here's Lowry for 3. Hibbert corrals the miss inside. And the Pacers call time here. They trail by 3. 1:03 left in the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Buttinger's checked in. Pacers trail by 3. The inbound pass. Indiana again missing. Granger gets the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game.
They're trying to stir things up to make something happen. They've switched their D to full court press.
Less than 1 minute left. So it's Indiana now. They trail by 3.
They need to make the most of every possession. And desperation threes like that simply won't get it done.
Here's Martin. Oh, might have had a three-point play, but he couldn't power it down. He'll shoot two.
Wise foul there, Kevin. You can't give up the easy dunk.
Connects on number two, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Here's Collison. This is a crucial possession for him. A lot at stake here. Shoots it up. Cams the corner shot. 25 points in the game.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Hoping to force some turnovers, they switched to the half-court trap.
Brooks outside. Picked up by Collison. Nice shot by Brooks.
Yeah, they're looking in pretty good shape right now unless they have a total collapse.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 4. 8 seconds left in the fourth. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Every second counts now. You got to score quickly, then foul.
Here's Granger. The three. Another miss by Granger. Here's Budinger. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan Brand presents our player of the game, Shane Battier.
Game time. I can't change my frame of mind, it's game time. I've been had it jumping, I got hang time. Cause I'm a dude that can't lose the game mine. It's game time, game time, game time. I can't change my frame of mind, it's game time. I've been had it jumping, I got hang time. That's why I ball and go hard at the same time. It's game time, but ain't no games getting played. Me going broke is like Michael Jordan getting braids. I do my thing, my chain froze.
Oh.